I know that if I don't move, if I don't change the way that I am right now, I'll be stuck forever.
I think that I have been scared of change my whole life. I feel like that. I do realize that it's possible that it came from somewhere specific. One thing that I guess is the first main place where I could say, okay, yeah, that was a kind of a big trauma and it makes sense why you do not like change that much, is that I moved countries. I already talked about this, but it was kind of a big shock. I went from China to France, my technically nationality country. But nevertheless, I was born in China. I've lived there for 15 years. I grew up, I built myself my younger years in this country, and I owe a big part of who I am to these moments, right? This is completely normal. When you're a kid, you grow up with where you are, and everything that surrounds you kind of makes complete sense for who you are. And then at 15, I changed countries to arrive in France, where I was supposed to be. It was supposed to be my country. I mean, I'm French. Both my parents are French. My family is French. And main thing is that it wasn't expected. It was hard. We were not supposed to move. It wasn't really supposed to happen. It kind of came really quickly. And for a long time, we tried staying in the country. My parents tried staying in the country for me because I really wanted that and I wanted to finish my school years over there. But then one day my mom came to me, and it was a Monday, and she said, okay, it's time. Pack your stuff, put everything in cardboard boxes because we're leaving on Friday. Say goodbye to your friends. It was October, and the 31st of October, the day of Halloween, the Day of the Dead, I left China, my first home, to leave to France. Now, when I left and I arrived in France, I was kind of devastated, and I didn't realize it was such a big trauma until a few years later, when I realized that the first year that I spent here in France, in Bordeaux, a town in the southwest of France. That first year I had completely erased it from my mind. It's a trauma response that I have, is that I completely delete stuff from my memory. It's a way to protect myself, I guess, from things that hurt me. The issue is that, I mean, if you delete it and you forget all these stuff, then it's really kind of hard to work on it, right? But that's an issue for another day. The reason why I'm talking about this whole story is that it's one of the reasons why I am so scared of change. Like, even the smallest of changes. There's another story about me when I was a kid. My mom came home one day and she had done her hair. She had a new color in her hair. And it's kind of awful for my mom as well, but she told me that when she arrived and I saw her, I asked for my mom, not realizing that it was her. I mean, there was a change, there had been a change in her appearance, just their appearance. Even today, sometimes tiny stuff like this, I'm having a hard time accepting change. Because I'm stuck in my younger years, I'm stuck as a kid. I know that. I kind of have never wanted to grow up, realizing that maybe the world is not as I thought it was, and nothing is set in stone, nothing is chosen, you're never able to decide, really. I thought I would stay in Beijing for all of my school years, younger school years, up until high school. Didn't happen. Had to let go of a lot of my friends, and what I thought would be my life just changed and shifted. I'm talking about this right now because I'm forcing myself into change.
I'm putting myself in change because I've been so low for the past few years. And that change is that I'm moving back to China, at least for a few months, and I'm scared shitless, I'm gonna be honest. I decided to get back into learning Chinese. It's been so long since I've actually nurtured my Chinese speaking skills. Kind of like English. It's also one of the reasons why I'm speaking in English in this video series, is that I've kind of lost a part of myself. I really enjoy speaking in English. There's a way of thinking that I have, which is a little bit different, a little bit more optimistic, I guess. And it's also that I have such a frustration being born in China, living there for 15 years of my life and not being able to speak that much. I mean, I do manage. I know that I'm not the worst. But there's so much vocabulary that I've lost and that I don't even know. I want to become fluent. I want to be able to actually speak the way that I speak in English right now. I would like to be able to speak it in Mandarin Chinese. Because I'm so attached I am, of course, attached to my younger years. As I said, I never really wanted to grow up, and right now life is fucking getting back at me hard. And I know that if I don't move, if I don't change the way that I am right now, I'll be stuck forever. I'll be stuck forever. And I don't want that because I have so many dreams and ambitions, and I can't stay forever like this. There's too much that I want to do. There's too much that I want to prove. Before I thought I wanted to prove to others, but I want to prove to myself. And so I need to instigate change. I'm moving to China at the beginning of March 2026. I'm scared because I'm leaving by myself. I haven't really done any big travels like this, knowing that I'm technically not coming home because I'm gonna have to try and kind of find a new home. The thing is that I went to China 10 years after I had left. In October 2015, I left, and in October 2025, I came back for a trip in Beijing with my dad, and I felt so at home. Which is strange because, of course, my fucking face is fully French. Of course, I'm a white Warren. Of course, I know that, but I felt at home there. And hearing the language, talking to people in China, I felt good. I don't know if I'll ever belong because, of course, I'm French. Right now, every bone in my body is saying leave, fucking leave. I have nothing left kind of holding me back. Of course, I have a bunch of friends here now, but yeah, I need change.